Andrea Principi up against Liam Whaley here at the Lords of Tram 2023 for the last heat of the day, the GKA Big Air Kitesurf World Cup.
Yeah, nicely put there, and very aware, Lewis, of both of their different riding styles. I haven't seen Andrea unhook that much. I've seen him throw a few handle passes here and there, but Liam Whaley is a world champion in freestyle. He knows how to unhook and combine this with big air. So here, his first trick attempt is a Kung Fu pass, and he is landing it, getting it together. Not the height he was hoping for, but definitely putting a nice score on the board to open things off with in this final against Andrea Principi. Unhooking is definitely a bit more scary than staying hooked in, because it puts all the power and pressure on your arms, and the kite, if the gusts come, then it can be just ripped out of your hands and come in for a massive crash. But here we see Andrea with his answer.
Left foot forwards coming into the box then, Andrea Principi finding a nice board spin into that looks like a kite loop.
Oh, double back roll board spin contra loop.
Was his foot even in the board there?
No,
what
I don't know.
there?
It could be. Could be just out of the strap.
I think he's landed it on the strap here, Ruben, because this foot... Oh no, it did look a bit clearer from this angle here, but he's able to find the height. But I really do feel like this man here, Liam Whaley, is going to turn to some of his unhooked riding. So this is just too close to call. And you've got to take the emotion out of this as a big air rider and think, oh, I want it to be 40, 50 knots. You've got to be realistic. We don't get delivered those conditions all the time. This sort of conditions may surprise us, Ruben, and we have been surprised here with some of these tricks being landed to wrap, to blind. We've even seen attempts. So we've actually seen a Mega Loop KGB landed today. Who would have thought that? And it was the lighter winds that gave us those wonderful opportunities to see what these riders can do, because all around the world won't always be 40 knots. But here is Liam Whaley. Look, he's gone high enough, hasn't he, with a massive Mega Loop back roll board off around his body in a clean landing. Ruben, what are we thinking here? 13 meters?
Yeah, 100%. Here's Liam Whaley, definitely finding the height in a bit of a lull in the wind, but still performing this massive Mega Loop late back roll board off and putting a nice score on the board. And people are complaining that the wind is too light, but this is
winding me up now, Ruben. Yeah.
This is what is part of kiteboarding and what you have to deal with in competition. And of course, it is big air. We would love 40 to 50, even 60 knots of wind, but this is what we have to work with. And within a second, the wind can kick right back in.
And here he didn't get the height. That nearly hurt his arm there, did Andrea Principi. So, no, what do you expect him to do out there now? Just call the whole event off into the final? Don't be ridiculous. This is kiteboarding and we get things done. And I think we're still going to see a spectacle here between these two riders.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely a great decision to run the finals. And yeah, the guys will be allowed maybe some more time to really find the right takeoff spot. But once they connect the dots, they're able to fly and perform. And like Lewis says, this does open up the door for new kind of tricks. They can unhook better now in a little bit of lighter winds, which will up the creativity for the riders, and even blind landings. Let's see what the riders are thinking. They are riding the same kite, so that is mostly down to skill.
Yes, this is true, Ruben, and I can hear this wind picking up a little bit over the top of our live stream booth now, so maybe there's one more return of this Tram Montana to wrap things up on our final heat of the day. I think we've ran, 1,000 heats today? Feels that way, but they've each been equally exciting. We've had absolutely everything here at this competition, and meanwhile, Liam Whaley, you tell me that this isn't special and interesting as a big air rider in 25 knots.
Oh.
Okay, maybe you'd have a case there. I knew that would happen.
Just missed the gust there like he had it before. He's putting up his hands. He's complaining, where's the wind? Of course, he wants more wind. I want more wind. Everybody wants more wind. Unfortunately, not finding the gust there and missing his trick attempt. So let's see what Andrea Principi has got in his bag in these lighter conditions, trying to find the wind, trying to keep his head cool, trying to maneuver his strategy through this final.
In his kite bag of tricks?
Yeah, in his bag of tricks, his repertoire of tricks. He will be able to... Repertoire.
Sounds like a French word, doesn't it?
Exactly. Bring it on.
What other French words have we got here? Perpendicular. One of our top words of the event so far.
Oui, oui, merci.
S'il vous plaît.
Que glace, Louis?
Je ne comprends pas. The best one, that. You answer that with everything and somehow you get respect when actually You don't understand. Like, brilliant. Coming into the beach then. Sorry, Ruben, you're about to lead on me there. There is Cedric to the left-hand side with the blue coat. Here's our race director.
Race director in a tough spot. What do you do in a final with two of these top guys waiting for more wind and kind of complaining that it's maybe not suitable enough for a final? We might just wait a couple minutes to see if the wind kicks back in.
Let's think about his options here, Ruben. So he could, 1, wait for more wind. He could, 2, force these guys to go out now. He could, 3, he could also just go home and leave. That's also one of his
Look at the trees.
options.
Look at the flags. I can see sand flying. It is gusty. That is the typical spot here in Barcarès. This is something that the riders will have to deal with, and I am looking forward to see what they're gonna pull out of the bag right now.
Ooh, there's a drone. Sneaking up into the little pass of water there, which links to the main lagoon here. Maybe just having a little peek to see what's coming in, as we've lost our screen temporarily. No, we're back again. So the tension can be cut on a knife edge here right now, Ruben. Lots of tension on the beach with the crowd, the riders.
The decisions, the stakes are high at this moment.
Stakes are high.
For the race director, for the riders. It will be great to finish the event. It could also be a good idea to wait a little bit for the wind to really kick back in. But yeah, it's all on the line.
Be a good name for a meat restaurant now, wouldn't it? Stakes are high. You know, on top of maybe a skyscraper, the stakes are high, you know.
Did you say steak? Nobody is going to make a mistake in the final.
I said stakes.
Stakes.
The stakes are high, not the mistakes. The mistakes have been high as well today.
Mistakes.
Wins the Mrs. Stakes Award for looking the female stakes.
Oi, there we go with a contra loop, one of his signature moves, landing it clean and full speed. There he found a gust in order to perform the move he was after. Was it 3 front rotations? There he goes, 1, board off, 2, and the board spin. Yep, 3 rotations. Oh, just getting in time.
You know what, Ruben? That looked like big air to me. That was an unhooked freestyle or racing.
But Liam Whaley riding full speed. Is he going to find the gust? No.
Nice turn there. Good carve. Carving background. Right foot forwards now. He comes. Riding a slightly bigger bar. Looks like the big truss bar for me. And as he rides out towards the right in a southwesterly direction, he'll then return. Nice little transition there. Trying not to lose too much ground. He's got to refocus himself here. This is the final. We can't emphasize it enough. Lots of drama already in this final. What's Liam Whaley got for us here?
Oh, he wants a double loop board off. Ah, whoa! How did he deal with that impact?
I don't know how he dealt with that impact. That would have been scary. He's angry. Visibly angry. Ruben, look at this. He looks like he found the gust then. The wind did come in.
He flew, did 2 forward rotations, got the board off, but then he just dropped a bit too fast. From behind that looked well harsher.
I bet that's higher than most of the people complaining it's not big air.
How high do you jump? Let us know in the comments.
30 meters. Nice move then from Andrea Principi, Ruben. He has no problem there. The white caps are returning, Ruben. The flags are starting to go here. And he goes into, it was a double front roll and a kite loop and looked like a board spin as well in there, Ruben.
He loves throwing in the variation there with the board spin. It does add a factor that the judges love, giving you some extra points. But is it going to be enough to stand up to Liam, who is now coming in for a kite change? He is on his 8 meter at the moment, and I think a 7 meter is waiting for him because he knows he can double loop that a little better and it will score well for him. So let's see what he's going to pull out of the bag with that.
So he obviously feels the wind is picking up here, and I think you need to keep this in mind at home if you're thinking this isn't quite big air conditions. They're voluntarily changing down to 7s here, okay? So you could be easy on a 10 here. Going big, but obviously the style of tricks that they want to do and just how well these new lightweight kites are performing, Ruben, is giving them a kite. He's edging fine out there, you know. He's powered. He's gone out on he's on a 7 meter. Okay, so we usually need 30 knots for that, but it looks like we're not far off that, Ruben, because we can see those white caps are back. And Liam's obviously getting ready for his doubles and felt that the wind was suitable enough for that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to let him return into the box, no problems.
So we see even the viewers online there jumping up to 20 meters, they say. 9 meters, 10 meters, 21.6 meters. That's some good results there. 20 meters high at 14 years old. Epic one. Keep that performance going and enjoy the progression. Every day you learn something new. And here Liam Whaley finds the gust, gets the height, and goes for the double loop. And landing it clean and claiming it. He stomped it. I want to get a replay on that to see exactly what the kite did. So he took off. He did a kite loop, double kite loop with a massive late back roll and getting really leveled with that kite, Lewis.
Yeah, and what a reminder, Ruben, about big air and strong wind, that sometimes it's not always that strong, but there's a rider staying patient and waiting for that wind to build. Cancelling events, stupid idea. Bit of patience from the race director, and now we're starting to see these moves really take place. Into the front roll, and it's a contra loop. It's a contra loop here, Ruben, and it's big. Lots of distance. Riders now hitting the 15 meters mark. 16.8 meters on height.
With a tic-tac during that contra loop.
This
so he
big.
grabs it by the fin. Oh, nice. What a momentum to just flick the board around like that. And grab it by the handle and landing it clean. It's going to be a good score for Andrea.
Nice to read something about Clement there. Of course, this isn't official, but if that is true, that he's left the hospital with no scans, then, wow, what a great result that is. Again, that's not official that I had that. I'm just feeding that back off someone who's politely shared that with us. But Liam Whaley here in this final, and he is on his 6th trick, and he's starting to score biggies here, Ruben. Is that a doobie double?
Yep. I think he looped the kite twice, and he did. Yeah, he's claiming it must be. So doobie loop, 2 forward rotations with 2 kite loops, 1 loop and 2 loops. Oh, get it! Look at that height and the angle. Very, very, very nice from Liam Whaley.
Wow, pretty special this final here, as we reminded once again to just be patient with Mother Nature. It's delivered right here as now we get a few clouds passing over the sun now. Andrea Principi being asked questions of Liam Whaley. He's got 2 in the 8 so far as Liam Whaley. Andrea Principi about to perform his 6th maneuver.
But did Andrea just change his kite as well?
It looks like it.
He is on a different kite, so this is his double loop kite.
What a sneaky change.
Didn't even see it, mate.
Maybe he's gone for that see-through kite color that you were talking about earlier.
But hopefully the wind stays there for him so that he can perform on this smaller kite, the same height that Liam Whaley already was able to put some doubles on the map, scoring him a well 8.4 and 8.6.
We often don't talk about the sailing aspects of these competitions and the knowledge of the wind right there. Liam's come in during a spell of wind, which we were even talking about it, underpowered, needs a bigger kite. This isn't big air. These words were being talked about. Liam's come in, changed from an 8 to a 7, right, Ruben, in preparation and anticipation. He felt the wind was going to be strong. That was really a gamble for him, but he felt, I mean, he doesn't know this place inside out, but he's been here the last few days. That was really amazing piece of what I like to call seamanship.
He knows Mother Nature inside out.
Seamanship?
Also
no
that.
reply?
Also that. Seamanship, Mother Nature go hand in hand. And here, Andrea Principi knows exactly what he needs to do. He was just looking at what scores well, and he needs a double contra loop, but he was not getting the height. I was already feeling, I thought he was aborting this trick, but he still went for it for a double contra loop board off. Here in the beginning, I thought he was gonna stop it, but then he went for it anyway. With the long lines, not having enough height for the kite to catch him on time, resulting in a crash, which fires up Liam Whaley, coming in full speed, left foot forward, chucking himself into a massive double kite loop board off and landing it clean. Liam Whaley.
Liam Whaley looks to me like he's got this one, Ruben. What an epic move that was from Liam Whaley to complete his 7th. The scores are going off the scale here.
Look at that. He's getting leveled with his kite, even with those long lines. Absolutely mind-blowing action here in the final of the GKA Kite World Tour here in Bucharest.
A 9.37. Are you kidding me, Ruben? I think that was the biggest move of the day. He always had it in the bank, but how can there be any reply to this?
Oh, no. I already saw that was not going to turn out well. Unfortunately, Andrea Principi crashing out hard on that one.
didn't get as high as he would liked here, and it was about.
And he just committed. He just kept pulling, and look at that! Ah, that is so scary to find yourself in a situation like that.
Still got the kite above him though, there, Ruben. That was pretty special. But what
That is
must be going through this man's head?
That is the end of this final heat here, and we can safely say that Liam Whaley is the champion here today at the GKA Kite World Tour Big Air discipline.
Oh, I don't even know where to start, Ruben. That was really special. Liam Whaley he always had something extra. He had an answer for everything here. He's looking back to the beach to say, like, you know, what's going on here?
Do I need to put on more show? What do you want from me? Absolutely.
Come on, really. I've had to do every single discipline here today. Surely you don't want to make Please, guys, what have I got to do to win this?
But Liam Whaley gonna do some crowd pleasers maybe, or no, they're done.
Given an extra trick. I was told it was 7 tricks, so
yeah, the guys already think it's done. And Liam Whaley, is he smiling? Yeah, he must be smiling. He kind of knows that he performed well and that Andrea was crashing out. So look at the scores. Liam Whaley with the highest scoring heat of the day in the final. Very well. It's always great to see him build up his performance throughout an event and actually feeding off this competitiveness and of all the spectators right here. Oh, I always get goosebumps when I see somebody else win, and he absolutely deserved this win. So very well done, Liam Whaley. And congratulations, Andrea Principi. Too bad you couldn't get it together here in the final, but a well-deserved second spot here for you today at the GKA Kite World Tour Big Air.